What's up, man? This your boy BPM, man. Coming back to you with another unboxing. That's right. There you can see Goldie, faithful employee, man. Always at work, man. Always at work. Ready and willing. Great employee. All right, so today we're looking at clarity, efficiency. As you know, I put in those Alphasonics. For the price point, they were great. Keyword were. After a couple of demos, I started noticing that they really couldn't get as high as I wanted them to get and as clear as I wanted them to be. But I will not take anything away from them and say that they weren't very, very clean and clear and crisp, that they were. But like I said, there's always something better. And today I have just that. So today I have the Quantum Q Pro 6.5 CD 4-ohm Pro Audio. And this is a rear load compression driver, high efficiency, two-way speaker. I believe this will help the performance and output of the sound that I'm looking for Godzilla. So, as usual, ready to go to work, man? Okay, here we go. Get it open. Appreciate you. Let's see what's in the box. All right, looking at the packaging. All right, this is a limited warranty. If you guys want to go over that, you're more than welcome to go to the Quantum website and read this. So I'm just giving a brief overview for those that do want to read it. All right, so let's go to the tape, like they say. All right, so this is the Quantum Audio QPRO 6.5 CD. So that's Q Pro 6.5 CD. It's a 6.54 ohm Pro Audio high efficient two-way loudspeaker with rear loaded compression driver. Compression style 1-inch aluminum tweeter, weather treated cone design, treated cloth surround, 1.5 high output TIL mid-range voice coil, and a custom protective grill that is included. Specifications: dynamic power 500, normal handling power 250 watts. That's nice. Frequency response, your FS, 92 hertz to 18,000 kilohertz. Impedance 4 ohms, so that means we can run these at 4 or 2. Sensitivity is 103.9 dB, which is great. Kit does come with 2 speakers, 1 pair. Mounting depth and cutout. There we go. And for those my Spanish people, habla español, they do have it in Spanish. All right, let's get a good clear shot of that. All right. Excuse me, I got a little sinus problem, sorry. All right, let's see what's in the box. Nice protective cover. And here we go. Pull that out. That's the grill, which I kind of like. I don't know, you know me, I'm a speaker guy. I like to, but I'm probably going to use this grill, and it looks like you mount your speakers through the grill, and the grill mounts in over the speaker. I kind of like the ones where you mount the speaker and then mount the grill, but in this case, they didn't do that. So that is not paper, it is plastic. It does have a vented voice coil, so for cooling. That feels like paper or some type of composite. This is a very high strength Neo style magnet or ferrite magnet that they're using. Yeah, ferrite, sorry, very interesting. Very interesting. So right now, this 6.5 Pro is high efficiency right now because Quantum came out with this. As you know, DB Drive, Def Bonds, a lot of people are coming out with these now. I actually heard this thing play, and that's what made me actually get it, because I was actually highly surprised with the music. You know, me being an R&B lover, I love old music like the Bee Gees, James Brown, Michael Jackson, you name it. You know, I pretty much play it. And this speaker, the delivery that I got from it, just hearing it, really caught my ear. So that's why we're going to install these in Godzilla. As you can see also, designed and engineered in China. But like I said, it's designed and engineered in the United States, and they're built in China. Excuse me again, guys. But so it looks great. I will tell you this, that they are heavy. So they do have some weight to them. And I heard a lot of people talk about these, you know, before I even bought them. So I noticed one thing's missing. I'm looking just to double check before I say anything. So it does not come with mounting screws. There are no mounting screws in this box. So just be aware of that. You will have to supply your own screws. So today we'll be installing those. And I do have 4 of them to install. Next. So I went out and looked for the best and highest tweeter. I'm still a person that, even though it's got horns, I wanted something that was loud and clean and crisp and clear, just what I already had. And just to give you guys a head up, there's going to be a couple giveaways. Like I said, I just got to get to that point. So just to give you a heads up. So we have the DS18s. Comes with a nice sticker. We like it loud. So these are 3.8. Super Bullet tweeter with 1-inch aluminum voice coil. So these should be pretty loud. They have a 1-inch voice coil. From what I understand, they are very, very clean, very crisp, and the sound quality on these is beyond what you would think you would get out of a tweeter. Let's see if we can get some specs. They are 4 ohm. So here's your diagram for those that want that information. And so we're gonna go over here to the specifications. Let's check a look there, see what's going on. All right, so the normal diameter is 3.8, normal impedance 4. They can handle 60 watts, 120 on power programming. Peak handling is 240. They're 103 dB. Frequency is 3,000 kilohertz to 20,000 kilohertz. Recommended high pass crossover at 2,000 kilohertz. Pairs a single. Here's the motors and everything that we went over before. And they even give you a SPL versus the frequency. So you can also look that up and see for tuning. Excuse me, guys. All this again. And we like it loud. Yes, we do. All right, so let's take a look here. See what we got. Very similar. They have a nice resistor on it. Very heavy. Nicely built. They do come two to a box. Anything else in here? Got some nice cushion foam. Individually wrapped, and you get the sticker. Nice box. I noticed there was no, maybe I'm wrong before I even say that, it might be in the bag. Going back to the quantum, I didn't see a sticker. So give me 1 second, let me open this up. Okay, so with the quantum, you get no sticker. All right, so that's out the way. So back to the DS18s. All right, so anyway, so we'll be installing these as well. Like I said, I wanted to go a little bit higher in sound with Gonzilla and being able to hear over those SVLs. I just noticed yesterday, we were doing about 147 dB at about 26 hertz. And the sound kind of got not clear. And I still wanted to be able to function and listen and give demos. I know everybody's like, well, at that rate, you're kind of loud and strong and it's punchy and it's, everything's vibrating and shaking, but I still want to be able to hear what I'm playing. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make the cleanest, loudest, most efficient application for that car that I can. And I'm gonna do the same for you once we get started building these boxes and installing. And so I'm going over these products because eventually I'll be selling these products for you and to you. So once again, this is BPM in closing, man, with another unboxing. Like I said, I got some video right now. I got to get the transfer wire and cable and stuff so I can start transferring and learn how to video edit. Like I say, I'm trying to get this out the mud, guys. I'm just trying to be somebody in car audio that's very open and transparent. Tell the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. You know what I mean? I don't have to sell anything to you, but I'm not going to lie to you because I don't owe you anything. Let's get that out there. I don't owe anybody anything. I'm doing this on my own. This is just me against the world. And I love sound. I love bass. Um, there's a lot of things going on. A lot of people out there that are talking back and forth about each other. Uh, I'm not racist, prejudiced, none of that. I love everybody that loves music. Whether you love me or not, that's between you and your God. And I'm going to leave it at that. My mother always said you get a lot more with a spoon of sugar than a can of salt. So, on that note, I'm finna go start installing, man. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe. Like I say, once we get to that first 500, I am going to give away those Down for Sound 6.5s to my 500 subscriber or 500th subscriber. So, like I said, and I'm going to give them away. I'm going to pay to mail them. I'm going to pay to ship them to you. They'll be brand new. That's what we're going to do here. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. BPM in closing, man. I'll let me.